On March 11th, 2011, this is Pulling You number 51, Part 3 on Slam Bidding, 1430, Roman Key Card Blackwood versus traditional classic Blackwood. Well, welcome, Bridge friends. It's Michael here at Bridge Hands. Glad to have you back. And on this segment, what we're going to do is take a look at some hands-on using some of the lessons we've learned. We'll bid these using Roman Key Card Blackwood, 1430 style, as opposed to classic Blackwood, and see how we do. Okay, hand number 1. South is the dealer. In hearts, worthless doubleton, no help. In spades, ace, king, jack tight, there's 8 points. In diamonds, queen, jack, 9-8, 4 times. Another 3 points brings us up to 11. And in clubs, king, queen, 4 times. Well, there's another nice 5 points. 16 points, 4-4-3-2 shape, opening, 1 no trump. Over to west, a 5-4-2-2 shape. No points appreciably, will be a pass. In north, nice hand. In hearts, ace, jack, 9-8, 7-6, 6 times, 5 high card points. How do you want to value the hand? Well, probably 1 for distribution, don't you think? 2 might be a little aggressive. Yes, we like to give extra points for anything beyond 4. But ace, jack, it's hard to say. We know that our partner opened 1 no trump. We know that our partner has 2 or more hearts. Still, 2 distribution points might be a little aggressive. Perhaps just 1 for now. So let's go 6 points. In spades, 3 babies, no help. In diamonds, ace, king, tight. There's 7. Boy, it would really be nice to have those honors in long suits, but that's what we've got. Over to clubs, ace, jack, tight. More aces in short suits. We mentioned that doubleton honors sometimes can present problems if our partner has the doubleton honors. But because we're sure that hearts are going to be trump, we're going to go ahead and assume that we have some possibilities to work these short suits, especially when our partners open 1 no trump. So we'll call it 13, and another 5 is 18 points. And if our partner has 15 to 17, 16 on an average day, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Oh yeah, slam looks like it's going to be a strong possibility, knowing that our partner has 2 hearts and a 1 no trump opener. So 2 diamonds is our bid, a Jacoby transfer. East with a 5-3-3-2 will pass. South is a standard acceptance of the Jacoby transfer, bidding 2 hearts. A pass. Back to north. What be your bid now, north? Well, there's not really much to Q bid, is there, at the 3 level, with a 6-3-2-2 shape. The one who knows goes. So are you prepared to go to 4 no trump, or is there something else we can do in the interim? Can't think of anything. We have controls in 3 of the 4 suits, so we'll go ahead and bid 4 no trump, Blackwood, whatever style you bid. A pass, back to south. In response to 1430 style, we have 1 key, the ace of spades. That will give us the first step for a 1430 style, 1 or 4, so we would bid 5 clubs. How about for the Blackwood bidders? Classic Blackwood bidders, we have 1 ace. That would be the second step. First step clubs, second step diamonds. We would bid 5 diamonds. All right, back over to north again. Okay, for the 1430 style, we know we have either the king of trump or the ace of spades. We're not sure which, but we have 4 of the 5 controls, the 4 of the 5 key cards. So what do you want to do next? Well, you'd want to check for the queen, right? If we're missing 1 of the controls and the trump queen, we don't normally go. So we would do the next step after 5 clubs. We would do 5 diamonds, saying, do you have the queen, partner? We realize that if partner does have the queen, their response will be spades. They will skip a step. That will take us beyond the point of no return, which is where we want to be anyway. We know we don't belong in Grand Slam, but if partner does have the queen, then we would want to have them bid spades. So let's see what happens. We'll go 5 diamonds and back to south. South, do you have the trump queen? No, you do not. So you bid the first step after 5 diamonds. You bid 5 hearts, saying, sorry, don't have it. For the traditional Blackwood bidders, when it came around, remember they bid 5 diamonds, showing 1 ace. And so certainly North knew that there was an ace. They know they have all 4 aces. I would say at this point, they're probably going to just go for slam. They're going to say, we have enough points. In high card points alone, they had 17. Counting distribution, if we're only counting 1, it gives us 18. With 2 counts 19. So knowing that partner has 15 to 17, 16 on an average day, they're probably going to just go ahead and sign off in 6 hearts at this point in time. For those who are in the other position, though, where it's come around saying that there is no trump queen and missing 1 key, what do you think? Are they going to go? It's a close call, isn't it? I think a lot of the better players might think twice about it. If they're playing in a team game, an imp game, they really need the bonus points, they might take a risk at it. You would prefer little things like, do you have the ace, jack 10? Ace, jack 9 might make a difference here. You would also take a look at the fact is you have a lot of honors tied up in these very short suits. That's not a plus, is it? So it's kind of on the cusp. Some will go, some will not go. Let's say that they do not go. So 5 hearts or 6 hearts, let's see how we turn out. The lead is over by West. West, what would be your lead? Well, probably would want to make a fairly safe lead. Looks like the 10 from a broken sequence, 10, 9, 7, 5 would be fine. So 10 of clubs would be a good lead. The 10 of clubs comes out, and we would take a moment to make our play. In this case, it looks like the declarer has chosen to play from the closed hand rather than the ace from dummy. Why would they do that? Well, the first order of business is to draw a trump, isn't it? And so what is our trump play going to be here? Well, we have some tennises, don't we? We have some broken spaces here. It's somewhat of a moth-eaten suit now that we look at it, isn't it? So we're going to play a low finesse to the 9 and then a low finesse to the jack, aren't we? Right. Okay. Gives us a chance to do a repeated finesse. If most of the honors are held by the left hand, the one over on the west side, well, we're going to be in deep clover. And if most of the honors are held by the right hand over an east seat, well, life's not going to be quite so favorable. Okay, here we go. Off-firing torpedo number 1 with a low heart. And is covered with a queen or a 10. It wouldn't have made much difference. A queen's perhaps a little bit risky. Maybe they thought that the king was going to come next and that there was going to drop something. I'm not really sure. So they went up with the queen immediately, assuming that partner in the east hand did not have a singleton king. That would not be so good in that case. A little risky, but it turned out okay this time. So, okay, we got one of the honors. That's a breath of relief, isn't it, when we played an honor and all of a sudden the queen came up. But it does make us wonder, could it be a singleton queen? Could it be a 4-1 split? That's a 28% chance, and it's certainly a possibility when we see the queen. So we're not out of the woods yet, are we? What's our next play going to be? Well, we're going to get back to the hand and try it again, aren't we? Okay, how do we want to get back to the hand? What suit do you want to come back in? We'll come back in a spade. That's a suit where we have 3-3. We're hoping that it's not going to be a very bad split. Besides, we're going to come back with another trump, and we play our second trump. Oh my, that was good news. There was another honor that was held by the east hand. That was a bit of a false card they gave us, wasn't it? It caused us perhaps a little bit of a fright. But as it turned out, the 10 was held with the queen, and so we were in perfect finesse position this time, going up with our jack, won by the king of hearts. And the return will be, yes, a club. Since a club top of sequence was led, it's probably the best card to come back in. The only other opportunity is for the spades, and the spades will be played well enough on their own, it appears. So at this point, after winning the ace of clubs in dummy, what would be the play? Well, since we have one trump outstanding, obviously to pull the last trump. Okay, well, now that we've pulled the trump out, what'd be the next play? Well, we'd want to unblock the diamonds, wouldn't we? So we can play some more diamonds, pitching some spades. Okay, so we'll play the ace of diamonds. Everybody follows. The king of diamonds, followed by east, followed by south. West is shown out. Okay, so that means is that there's several more diamonds that are held by the east hand. Okay, we need to get back to our hand. How do we get back to the hand? Do we try a finesse? Do we need a finesse? No, we don't need a finesse. If we go a spade to the king, then we can play 2 more diamonds and pitch those last 2 diamonds in the dummy. So we play a spade to our king, our queen of diamonds, pitching 1 spade. We don't even need this last spade. At this point, it's rough city. and we are in deep clover today indeed. We're making 12 tricks. So how do we feel about that? Well, the scientists who used the Roman key card 1430 style Blackwood, they found that they were missing one of the keys, and they were missing the Queen of Trump. They oftentimes would not go. The people who are the traditional classic Blackwood players, well, they didn't have to worry what they didn't know, did they? They just had to make their best guess, and in this case, it turned out quite well. We did have potentially some duplication of values here on some of these suits, but because we had a favorable trump split, things worked out well. Notice that if we have two honors that are held in the west hand over on the left-hand side, we're going to be in fine shape. But if we were to move one of these honors over to the east hand, then we're not going to make slam. And isn't that the way some slams go? Sometimes they're just not so much science, where there's a fair percentage of times where it's just on the luck of the cards. But scientists, we tip our hats to you. With 3 cards being held over in the east hand, well, a good percentage of the time there will be 2 honors held by the east hand. Okay, next hand. South is the dealer, and oh my goodness, look at these points. This hand is a rock crusher. We're going to need to take off our shoes and then some to count all these points. In spades, ace, queen, jack, 10, 5 times, 100 honors, 7 high, and 1 distribution makes 8 points. In hearts, ace, king, queen, tight, another 9 points. 9 and 8 is 17. In clubs, king third, another 3 points, makes 20. And in diamonds, ace, king, tight, another 7 points, makes 27 points. No doubt about this bid, 2 clubs. It'll be interesting to see how this auction proceeds. Over in the west hand, it's a interesting shape. It's a 5-4-4 shape with 5 diamonds, but no points, just 2 jacks, a pass. Over to north hand, well, we have an interesting shape ourselves. We also have a void. It's a 5-4-4, 5 hearts, 4 in the pointed suits. In spades, we have king fourth, there's 3. In hearts, 10-9, 5 times, nothing there. In diamonds, another 2 points for the queen fourth. So we have 5 points. It's going to be 2 diamonds waiting. Over to the east hand, east also has a void. Well, everyone's got a void today except for south. And the shape here is a 6-5-2-0. 6 clubs, 5 hearts, 2 diamonds. A couple points, ace, queen, 6 times in clubs, hearts, jack, 5 times. I don't think a bid here. 2 hearts would not be wise. 3 clubs, I don't think so. Some people not vulnerable just feel like they have to get in the auction, but probably just passing is the best move. Okay, back to south. Well, south, you're going to bid 2 spades. It's a forcing bid. It'll be interesting to see where partner goes next. And back to the north hand. Well, believe it or not, they found a suit we like. We didn't expect hearts with 5 of them, but we're happy that south has got 4 spades, 4 or more. And with king fourth, we give 1 extra point for distribution, brings us up to 4. And with a diamond queen, we said that makes us to 6. And now with the void, some people would count 5, probably around 3 more, because we gave 1 point already for the 4th spade. So what does that make us? 3 plus 1 is 4 spades. 2 for the queen of diamonds is 6. Another 3 makes 9. Well, this is getting to be an interesting hand, isn't it? So what do we want to bid next? Well, probably 3 spades. There's no hurry to show the voids at this point in time. Some people that have exclusion Blackwoods, yes, there are different types of special treatments. Let's just go ahead and bid 3 spades and see where partner goes next. After 3 spades, back to south. Well, we've got honors all over the place in each suit. We have the primary honors. We have lots of control. So we're going to bid 4 no trump, no doubt. What is north going to bid? Do you remember that bid? Well, first of all, let's take a look at the 1430 RKC Blackwood bidders. This is going to be 1 key and an odd number, right? 1 key is all we have. That's an odd number. So that means we bid oddly. We bid our void oddly. That means we bid 6 clubs. showing that we have one key and we have a void in the club suit. After that bid, coming back to south, one key, it's king of spades or the ace of clubs. But since they're saying they have a void in clubs, the key has to be the king of spades, doesn't it? And that's really the only two cards we wanted to know about in that case. A void in clubs, good spade support, a king of spades. Sure, you'll go seven spades. Let's take a look at the Blackwood bidders and see how they're going to bid this one. So after 4 no trump, the bid would be, we have no aces, but we have a useful void. So they would say they have an even number, 0, 2, or 4, and with an even number, they bid evenly. They bid 5 no trump. Okay, it's up to south to figure out where the useful void is. Well, you probably haven't talked about conventions on how to cover this type of a situation, have you? So this is one of these. Do you like to create it on the fly? Are you one of those creative persons that's going to make up a bid and hope your partner can figure it out? Or are you just going to go for it? Well, you probably don't want to go for it. You'll probably bid 6 clubs and hope that partner will identify where the short suit is. If it's diamonds, we would hope they would bid diamonds. If it's hearts, we'll hope they bid hearts. If it's clubs, well, who knows what they'll do. So we're going to bid 6 clubs. Over to north. North is wondering, is this a control or what is going on? I said I have a useful void. Maybe they're wanting me to bid it. And since it was the club suit, I'm not sure what to do next. So I'm going to go to 6 spades. Back to south. South is, did they just want to sign off, or was it the club suit? It's the big question, isn't it? And in this case, the RKC 1430 Blackwood bidders, they had a much more elegant solution. If the North-South can figure out that by bidding 6 clubs, the partner was supposed to identify the void suit, and by not identifying the void suit, therefore the void was in clubs, they'll go to 7 spades. Otherwise, it's a confusing auction. They're going to sign off in 6 spades. Okay, well, that was interesting. Well, let's go ahead and play the hand. Lead will be coming from the west hand. Looks like it's going to be a club, doesn't it? Jack of clubs comes out, and we rough it in the dummy, of course. So we need a play strategy, don't we? Let's take a moment, think about how you would like to play this hand. Well, it looks like we're going to have to rough a couple rounds of clubs, and then we're home free after we pull trump, correct? All right, so why don't we go ahead and play a spade up to our north hand. And whoa, wait a second. What happened here? We were 5-4. We expected some kind of a split, but it was 4-0. So the suit split 5-4-4-0, with the west hand having 4. In our spades, we have ace, king, queen, jack, 10, 8, 7. So we're missing the 9-4. So the 9-4 is being held all by the west hand, which means if we needed to, we could finesse the 9 if we wanted, but we have to rough a couple clubs, don't we? So we need to use these valuable spades that are left to do a couple roughs, because we don't have any way to really get into this north hand. It would be nice if we could. We could go ahead and play our ace, king, and then to the queen of diamonds to maybe pitch a club. But that's not going to happen now that they've got 4-0 split. Okay, so we play a second club, and we're happy that it wasn't a singleton that came over in the west hand. If so, we would have had to over-rough it. And at this point in time, it looks like they both followed. We've done a rough. We need to get back to our hand. What suit do you want to come back to the north hand in? Hearts or diamonds? Well, probably diamonds. You have a 4-2 suit, that's 6, where in hearts we have a 8 card. This heart suit is more likely to get rough. So we're going to go ahead and play a diamond to come back to our hand. We play a low diamond to the king. It holds. And we have one more rough coming up. We're going to play a club, rough it with the king. So we have 9 and a couple others held. Remember, there's been only 1 spade played by West, and they had 4 to the 9. So let's see. Do we want to come back on a heart this time or a diamond? Well, it's getting a little trickier now, isn't it? If they had a singleton diamond over in the west hand, we're going to get roughed. On the other hand, if we have a heart, we have 8, and it turns out it's a 5-0, that'll be roughed. So we've got a guess here, don't we? Well, it was a 6-card suit in diamonds. Seems like that would still be the best lead. Let's go ahead and play a diamond and hope for the best. Phew! Okay, West did have a second diamond. Thank goodness for that. So at this point, we can play the remaining spades. There was 4 spades held by West. They played 1. They have 3 more to the 9. So we'll play the Queen of Spades. Next, the Jack of Spades, the 10 of Spades, and there drops the 9. And at this point in time, our 8 of Spades and 3 top hearts are all winners. Very good. Let's look at this hand again. So it was 2 clubs with the monster in the south. No bid by West. 2 diamonds waiting. And certainly do not bid 2 hearts with this. This heart suit does not have 2 of the top 3 honors. We do not bid that type of a suit. After 2 diamonds, we then go 2 spades. 4 spades would be a sign-off. Can't make that bid. 3 spades shows we have extra values, and we certainly do with a void and an extra trump, and the fact that we have a primary honor and partner suit are all plus plus plus. After 3 spades, it was 4 no trump. For those who were the Blackwood bidders, they went 5 no trump, showing an even number of aces. Those who were the 14-30 type, they bid oddly. They bid 6 of their void suit, 6 clubs, looking like it might be a helpful suit. It sure turned out it was, wasn't it? With King third opposite a suit where partner had bid strongly, that is, bid 3 spades, showing extra values. We knew pretty much where their values had to be, didn't we? In this case, it was the King of Spades, and with the club void, we were home free. For those who were the Blackwood bidders, after 5 no trump, they had wished they had an opportunity to talk about partnership agreements on these rare auctions. So the bidding after 5 no trump, it went 6 clubs. If North was able to figure out that we were supposed to show a void suit but couldn't show it, bidding to 6 spades, and then South could figure out that was going on, they could go to 7 spades. My guess is a lot of Blackwood bidders would probably sign off at 6 spades. Those who really knew the science, this time they would prevail. They would be able to use their 14-30, and everything worked out great. Okay, bridge friends, I hope you enjoyed the show today. We had a couple interesting hands here. That ends our series on 14-30 Blackwood style bidding, comparing our traditional classic Blackwood to the new modern 14-30 style Roman key card Blackwood. So you know what to do next. Time to hit the bridge tables. Have a great time playing bridge, and we'll see you again soon. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Bye now.